Hello again. I wanted to talk about and review a film from 2010 called Rubber. You're going to be thinking that I am messing with you if you haven't heard of this movie when I tell you about the plot, but it is a real movie. I'm not joking around. This actually was made, and you can watch it. Again, it's called Rubber. It's about a tire. A tire that was once inanimate, but suddenly spontaneously becomes animated and then starts rolling around and somehow manifests some sort of psychic ability so that it can use its mind to blow things up. I don't think it's called telekinesis, but I think that it's the same thing that Carrie had in the Carrie movies. The tire's name is Robert. I don't know if I already said that, but that's pretty much the extent of the movie. Now, there are different things going on sort of as like subplots, which is really, really, really strange, as if that wasn't already strange enough. And this is going to be extremely difficult to actually articulate. But the movie opens sort of like it's very self-reflexive, and it's telling you that what you're about to see is a movie, and then it sort of focuses on this audience within the movie that are in the middle of the desert, and the audience is actually watching the movie or different movie, I guess, within a movie within the movie, but they're watching the actual tire itself and the events that unfold as sort of the tire goes through all of these, I don't know, as he goes through killing all these different people. I know that sounds outrageous, but again, it's sort of like a meta, I don't know, it's like a meta film because there's the audience in the movie watching the tire unfold while you're watching the tire unfold and watching the audience watching the tire unfold. So, in terms of plot, that's pretty much the extent of what goes on. Now, I need to say that the premise behind the movie I thought was really fascinating. I'm already really into sort of these obscure kind of oddity types of films. And so this naturally appealed to me. As soon as I saw like the trailer and someone told me about it, I had to see it as soon as possible because just like that, I mean, the more outrageous that a synopsis sounds to me, usually the more I want to see the movie. Things like Ginger Dead Man and Killer Bong and stuff like this. But this actually takes kind of the absurdity to a whole new level because it's actually extraordinarily technically well done. The way that it's shot, it's directed by Quentin Dupieux, something like that. It's a French name. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I think that this might have been his first feature-length film. Anyway, it's shot exquisitely, and so the way that you just kind of see the tire move, it essentially moves by itself just by rolling, and it has this really, really kind of dark, subtle sense of humor that really appealed to me. I mean, the very beginning, the tire is just trying to get up out of the sand in the desert, and it tries to roll, and then it just falls over, and then it tries to get back up, and then um, it tries to go faster, and then it just runs over, or it falls over, and then things like keep getting in its way, like a can, and then that's when it essentially starts to reveal that it's got psychic ability and it can blow up cans and can blow up people's heads, and so there are all these little things that are just really, really hilarious. It's very offbeat. It's sort of like, I don't know. I don't want to say it's Lynchian, like it's like a David Lynch movie. I mean, to me, it kind of has that offbeat, kind of dark sense of humor, but it's slightly different at the same time. It's difficult to explicate, but it's a completely outrageous movie, if you couldn't already tell. If outrageousness is your thing, then you have to watch this movie. Um, it's almost like avant-garde. It's like B movie. It's like what a B movie would be like if it went avant-garde. So like I don't know, think Full Moon or Trauma, directed by Lars von Trier or something like that. I don't really know how else to put it. I'm going to give the movie 3.5 stars. Basically, out of 3.5 out of 5 stars. The idea sort of starts to run dry after about the hour mark. The movie's only, I think, an hour and 15 or 20 minutes, so it doesn't really go on that long, without it being without it feeling dated or old. But there is like 15 or 20 minutes there at the end where it kind of starts to drag on just a little bit, but it's short enough to where it doesn't completely ruin the experience. And the first hour is, in my opinion, pretty awesome. So probably like 4 stars for the first hour, and then maybe 2 or 2.5 on the last 15 to 20 minutes, so an average of 3.5. So I recommend it, again, if it sounds interesting to you, basically, and if you like the absurd types of films, um, kind of that I mentioned, but would like a different twist on them, then I think you might like it too. So I recommend checking it out. It's one of the most original and kind of innovative movies that I've seen in quite a long time, and considering all of the nonsense and recycled ideas that have been used lately, it's definitely a breath of fresh air. So check it out.